From this picture, we are very clear with the working flow of the Spring MVC. So we have initiated, or we have instantiated the dispatcher servlet, and we say that whatever the request comes with a slash, it should be forwarded to the dispatcher servlet. So the first thing the dispatcher servlet will do is the consultation. It will take the consultation, or it will consult to the handler mapping to call the appropriate controller, and then the controller takes the request and calls the appropriate service methods based on the mapping, or based on some other methods like get or post. Then the dispatcher servlet takes help of view resolver to know the actual name of the view, and then it passes the model data to the view and then to the browser for rendering it. We will be following the same steps that we discussed just now. So these are the dependencies that the dispatcher servlet needs. We need to provide all those configurations or the dependencies over an XML file, and it can also be done with the help of Java. So we can provide the dependencies in two ways, either with the XML or either with the Java. So we will follow the XML based configuration. So within webinf, I will be creating a new more XML file. Let the file name be dispatcher servlet. So as we specified that the dispatcher servlet depends upon the handler mapping, the controller, view resolver. So these are the dependencies that the dispatcher servlet needs. So we'll be configuring all the dependencies over this XML file, and this is the way of configuring it. That is, we're gonna specify the bins, and within bins we need to specify the bin. So one of the bin that we discussed is the view resolver. So we can specify the view resolver, which is the third one. So let us configure that one. That is, specify the ID view resolver, and we need to specify the class. We need to qualify it fully, and the name of the class is org.spring framework.web.servlet.view.internal resource view resolver. So this internal resource view resolver is also a servlet, and within this servlet there are two properties which needs to be defined, and the dispatcher servlet needs. So the way of defining the properties is in this manner. Property name, one of the property name is prefix, and then we need to specify the value. So the value is nothing but it is /webinf/view. So /webinf/view/ and the other property name is suffix. So we need to specify the value for this also, and the value should be .jsp. So we have configured the view resolver which the dispatcher servlet needs. and we need to specify the schema location of all those things. So I have already written down the schema location. So this is something which you can get from the official site of the Spring or from other sources also. So this is the bin, and I have specified the namespace and the location, and just now we completed the view resolver part. So as we are working with the Spring MVC framework, we need to add the dependency of Spring framework within your pom.xml file of your Maven. So here you can see we have already a dependency which is being added in our project, that is JUnit test. Similarly, we need to add one more dependency right now in order to work with your Spring MVC. So first we need to specify the dependency, and within dependency we need to specify the group ID and the artifact ID along with the versions. So the group ID would be org.spring framework, and the artifact ID would be spring-web MVC, and the version that will be working is 4.3.4 release. So after adding it, we need to save it, or you can click on project and click on Maven and then update project. So once you update, the Maven can easily resolve the dependencies. So from the picture or from the image, we have instantiated the dispatcher servlet. We have specified one of the dependency, that is view resolver, to the dispatcher servlet. Now we will be specifying the controller which will be handling the request based on the service. So we have created a controller, and in order to treat this class as a controller, we need to specify a annotation that is called as controller. Let us create a constructor within the class, and let us put a message for debugging purpose. Let us keep a simple message that home controller instantiated. After this, we gonna specify some methods. Let it be a method as index, and within this method we gonna specify that this method is going to return something. And what it will return? It will return something called as index. So what is this index? This is the formal name of the view. So whenever a request comes with this pattern or with this URL slash index or with slash, then the controller should invoke this method, and this method will return the formal name of the view. And once the